Perfect angle. All right.
Perfect
3,
angle.
2, 1.
Yo, welcome to the video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. My name is Matt,
My name is Marvin.
and today, go ahead, Marv, take it away.
All right. Well, just gonna get it going today. We're gonna be talking about this album that came out this year, Tkay Maidza.
Tkay Maidza.
Maidza, tough name to pronounce. But the album was called this year. Last year. Oh,
Last year was weird. Yo, we can edit in like right here, you know? Last year was weird. Volume number 2.
Volume 2, because you know the years just keep getting weirder.
The years just keep, especially this year, man.
Especially this year, 2020.
2020 was weird. That's what the album should be called, yo.
But instead it's called, what's it called?
It's called Last Year Was Weird, Volume 2. Shout out Anthony Fantano. Put me on this album. He gave it like an 8 or a 9 or something. He really liked it. So I listened to You Sad and Don't Call Again back to back.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked how versatile it was. Like she didn't seem like she had just one specific style, but in those two different styles of those two tracks, she killed it.
Speaking about different styles, like the first track I heard was definitely one of her singing songs, right? And then her voice was like, it was just appealing to me. So when I was very surprised of her versatility because she gets into like different forms and somehow like she's trying to like master like different things, you know. I feel like there's like almost like with the album flows is like her style changes like every few tracks or something, right? And then you get a little group of tracks where it's just like, whoa, what the heck, like
I think that's one of like the high points of the album for me, how versatile it is and how many different styles she covers in the album.
Yeah.
And how she does all of these styles like really, really well, you know? Like you said, sometimes her voice is really like, it's really appealing in like a soft kind of way when she sings on on tracks like what, My Flowers.
Yeah, My Flowers. And the second track, or even in You Sad a little bit, right?
Yeah, true.
Okay.
You see this album art? What do you think of the album art, Marvin?
I actually love the album art. It's unique. Yeah, the album art is actually one of the nicer looking album arts I've seen in this year. Just because like it seems like there's a lot of depth and a lot of stuff going on in the background. The mirror, water. I'm the fan of the art, the color, you know, and it's like her riding on a motorcycle. You know, maybe there's some kind of other type of meaning to that. What do you think of the album?
I think the album art speaks to the versatility of the album again, because I know a lot of album arts can be really telling and really representative of if an album's going to be good, if it's going to be bad, what the vibe of the album is going to be.
It's going to be a reflection of the vibe of the album, the mood and everything.
And I think this does a good job of that. Marvin, like you said, like she's on a motorcycle, there's some water, or she's like riding on water.
She must be in the desert though or something, because that might be a cactus in the back.
Might be a cactus. There's some, what do you think those are, birds?
Yeah, if you look in the sky, like, I think they're flying bikes.
Oh shoot! Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think they're flying bikes, and
those are even more motorcycles.
Yeah.
There's like dark parts of the sky. There's a nice sunny background too. There's like so much going on here. So again, it's also very like versatile.
Yeah, I think there's so much in the sky alone, right? With the bikes that I noticed that, and the sun coming up, but still like the darkness being there. Yeah, showing her different shades. Different colors. I haven't heard someone like this, you know, like at least recently or like on the scene right now maybe. So that's usually why I dig a little deeper. And then as I started the album, My Flowers, I thought like the hook just kind of like took me with her, you know, on the ride she's probably on or something. You know?
The motorcycle.
On the motorcycle, you know. Not to skip ahead, but even the second song, actually that's like every song had like a different thing, which is the versatility kicks in for me, right? And the sample actually is what stood out right away, because the sample kicks in right away. And I've heard this sample before. It was actually on a Mac Miller track with it was Vince Staples on it. It was off his mixtape. And
what's the track called?
The track is called
right
Rain.
Now.
And it's not on Spotify. Because it's like a mixtape track or something.
It's probably on YouTube.
So you can find it on YouTube
Rain,
or other platforms.
Mac Miller and Vince Staples?
Yeah. She uses the sample right when the track starts.
Okay.
And
viewers, have you heard this Mac Miller track? Let us know.
It's just that pin drop thing, but it's used differently for sure. Like But check, you can listen to the full song.
Side review. I really like this.
Yeah.
How have I not heard this?
Little bonus here.
Yeah, bonus review right here.
Right.
The track is called Rain. This sounds like rain, like the
yeah,
the
it's
pin
such a
drops, you know,
perfect
like you
name
said.
for it.
Yeah.
Like rain days or not, right? But she came in with that sample.
Back to the album.
Back to the album. You know, whether it's a U sample or not, I think she used it well.
She like speeds it up a bit, right?
Yeah, when she changes it up, it totally like it evolves it. So,
or I'm not even sure who does the production for her album. Let's check it out. Show credits. It's by Dan Farber.
So yeah, like I saw that.
Shout out Dan Farber, bro.
I saw Dan Farber. He's gonna be one of like his biggest artists if he ever works with her again. This song made me want to dance. Like
yeah, exactly.
It's kind of made me get moving and everything.
It's called 24K. Maybe that's in relation to Bruno Mars's album.
That's
where it was also full of like dance tracks like this one.
And yeah, like the sample, it's almost like rain, you know, like almost like sad, but like she's not sad in the song,
right?
So it's kind of uplifting in that way, like
true.
It's like it's the kind of mixture. It's like that album cover, right?
There's an example just now of like her voice change and her tone change.
Yeah.
You know, she was just doing that verse. She's going into this hook.
Man, yeah. And it's like seamless too. Like she can do it so easily.
Like 24K.
So 24K, I think she did a great job with that track. Yeah.
This wasn't one of my favorite tracks at first, but like it definitely grew on me. It's one of my favorites now.
Yeah. Shook. Yeah.
This was the track that like really got me into the album. You know.
Yeah.
I heard the first two, and they're like, yeah, they're okay, they're pretty good. But once I heard Shook, once I heard that beat drop, once I heard the bass, once I heard how she was on that track.
Right. Yeah.
Like
I'm with you there.
That was like one of the early standouts for me.
I'm with you there because like she did have me shook. I'm like,
yeah, right.
She just went from like singing 24 Karat to doing this, and like this is a song where like I was listening in chronological order, and it just surprised me so much, and I just didn't expect that from her. Another song that the chorus, the hook is good. You know, it's all there. And when I was listening to Shook, I actually just had a throwback thought. She reminded me of Missy Elliott for some reason. I was just thinking of Missy Elliott.
But I can definitely see Missy Elliott like killing this, you know?
For sure, yeah. Like she was just giving me some kind of Missy Elliott vibe or flow or something.
I never thought of that, but yeah, you're right.
It just made me think of her for some reason, yeah.
I was intrigued, and this was the drop. This was the moment.
Yeah.
I remember I was.
Yeah.
I was on the subway listening to this for the first time, and once that drop came, that drop hit, I had like the dirtiest look on my face.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just there on the train, like vibing.
And it was just from this girl that like I didn't. It's like what? Like,
yeah, I think that's like the fact that she came out of nowhere, you know, to us, that we never knew about this girl before. We never heard any of her singles or anything, but she's making something like this, like this quality. That's. It just like amplifies the reaction, you know?
I think that's the other thing, because like it's one thing to attempt something like this, but having at the quality and the level that she's actually putting it out is actually like it's top. I think it's top notch for her for sure. Like,
see this face? This was me on the subway, man. There's so much, and we're 3 tracks in, but we said this so many times already. There's so much versatility to this album, so much versatility to this artist. She showcases so much of her talents on this album. You got 2 new fans right here.
All right,
Awake.
Yeah, so Shook also represents.
Also applies
to these next 2 songs.
True.
Because she keeps coming with this kind of.
She keeps coming
with this, right? And it doesn't soften up.
If anything, I think this one like goes a little bit harder than Shook.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. The hook is there. Text me, I'm probably awake. Like, I don't know why. It's just like it seems like such a killer line. Like, you know, 3 a.m. Text me, I'm probably awake. It's just like, you know what? I'm awake. I'm tired of sleeping, or like maybe I'm just tired in general because I've been awake for so long. So she brings in like that aggression that just like. It's just like so much energy that she brings into this track. Yeah. Okay.
But yo, you hear this? This JPEG Mafia feature?
Yeah. Right. What do you tell me about this guy?
I don't listen to too much, but I've heard like a few of his tracks. and the ones that I have heard, like, yeah, he goes hard every single one, and he really brings it to the table as a feature on this track here, you know?
Well, if anything, like, he's gonna have to thank TK for putting him on, because I've never heard of him before, and you know, so like it's good exposure for him no matter what.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. All right, so we're on the next track now.
Grasshopper. And this is another track that I think she killed, for sure.
Like, I want to say that Shook, and then Awake, and then Grasshopper are like the three back-to-back wins on this album. Yeah, 8 tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, you could say back to 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 back. That's how good I think this album is, you know? Still hitting hard, yeah.
She hasn't like let up on that punching bag. She's letting all this out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, been pretty consistent, I guess.
Yeah.
With her quality.
No matter what style she's going on the album, no matter like whether she's doing some hard stuff like this, whether she's doing a bit softer singing stuff. Like you said, she's consistent with the quality. These are all hits, man. You Sad, after 3 back-to-back hard hitters, we got You Sad here, which will just calm down the mood, will calm us down, you know, take away all that aggression, take away some of that anger. A nice release, you know? But again, still, she does not let up with the quality, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
The song stylistically is very different from the previous 3, but it's still so her, you know?
Yeah.
Although this song sounds a lot happier and a lot, like, a much better vibe, better mood than the previous ones, if you listen to the lyrics of it, she's not, like, you know, she's not trying to portray, like, a happy vibe, you know? This name of the song is called You Sad.
Yeah, she's
like singing and talking about some like really sad stuff in this song, you know?
When he does reach out, she doesn't answer the phone, and then he's sad or something.
I think this plays to the themes of Awake, you know? Because back in that track, what were they saying? Late night, probably awake. Text me, probably awake.
Yeah.
And here, she's what, 3 a.m. On the phone right now. You can't. Something like that.
You're right. Like, there's a connection with that right there. You know, she's been on both sides, or you know, maybe she's just showing both sides of it as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Next track, Peanut Butter Jam. This one was like one of my early favorites. You know, after Shook, this one was definitely like up there. I remember there was one day at work where this was stuck in my head all day long, and I worked like 10-hour, 11-hour shifts, but that whole time, this was just going in my head. You know.
Yeah, this is definitely another song that it's so nice to groove with.
Yeah,
you know, like she brings a nice chill to this song.
Nice chill vibe, and her lyrically and her like her flow on this song is like, it's so smooth. It's almost like smooth peanut butter and jam, you know? Like she just floats right on top of it. And sticky, you know, just all of her hooks that we've been saying the whole time. You know, we really like the hooks, really like the chorus.
Yeah.
They're all so sticky. They just stick in your head,
into,
you know?
Into my head too, yeah. And yeah, I love it because like it's like the whole time I'm on this ride with her, and you know, I'm still like vibing with this like to this point, like.
And here she goes, changing the flow just like that, and again still sticking to it. She's still singing the top quality. She's still riding everything so smoothly. Doesn't let up, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't let up.
She does a lot of good like artistic balancing, just in general. You know, she doesn't blow anything over proportion. She stays in this beautiful lane. You know.
This beautiful lane on her beautiful motorcycle.
Beautiful motorcycle, yeah. This is, I will say, this is actually one of my favorite songs on the album. Yeah, I think like out of all her versatility, I think like this is one vibe that like I think she can definitely be above others.
I would say, yeah. This would be my favorite of the album. You as well, right? You just said that?
Yeah. It is my favorite of the album, in fact, yeah. So.
Here we go. Last track, Don't Call Again. Featuring Carrie Fo. Have you heard any of her stuff before? Are you familiar with her?
No, I'm not familiar with her either. She's getting put on a lot of new artists now. With
I don't think she's new, per se. I think, you know, this is all me guessing.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not an expert on Carrie Fo.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I think she's like a more old school artist.
Okay.
That's the vibe I get from her on this song. And also, do you remember Gambino? He released like mixtape. What's it called? He released Kauai, Stone Mountain.
Yeah.
Stone Mountain, Kauai. I don't remember the order, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It's like
those couple
the
songs.
sun, insert album art here.
Mm-hmm.
Like the sun on and orange on the top, and then it was like blue, the Stone Mountain on the bottom. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so Carrie Fall was on, I think the track was called No Small Talk. It was one of those like early songs, and I remember she killed it on those songs. So hearing her on this was good to hear from her again, you know?
Yeah, and I think this is also one of my favorite songs. You know, like it's this like end vibe that I think like she is her best side almost. Like she has such good sides.
Yeah.
But I this chill vibe is just like I think she does it the best. Yeah. We just want the music to be heard, and you know, I think this is like a fun experiment to see what music we can discover, you know, what albums maybe we're gonna like and dislike, and also to see what a kind of response we might get if people actually enjoy this type of music as well, you know.
Okay. Final words about the album, about Tkay Maidza, Last Year Was Weird, Volume 2.
Tkay Maidza, yes. Favorite tracks? Last two tracks.
Last two tracks, yep.
PBJ.
Okay.
And Don't Call Again.
If you were to cut 2 tracks from this like loaded 8, don't get me wrong, I love all 8, but for the sake of this conversation, for the sake of this video, for the sake of asking you, Marvin, if you were to cut 2 you know what?
Just give me one. No, just one.
I was about to make it 3 actually.
Oh man.
But no, let's do 2. If you were to cut 2 tracks from this, what would you cut?
Well, just because it's probably my least favorite, You Said. She has a video for it, but just because PJ Jam is my favorite song.
Yeah.
Don't Call Again.
Yeah.
And then I would even put I have to cut one more track. Oh man. See, like the other tracks, they just like, oh man, it's so hard for me.
Again, we're not saying like this is bad. This is not a bad thing. This is just a testament to how good this album is, you know? Because there's only 8 tracks in here, but all of them, like we've been saying this whole time, are top quality, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, here,
I don't think I can cut another track. Right?
Okay, let me ask you. You cutting 24K?
How would I just rank it a little bit? I'll try to give it some perspective.
Okay.
So, PBJ, Don't Call Again. And then 24K was one of my higher ups. So
you
out of order, like Grasshopper, 24K. Oh man. Okay, I guess I would have to cut Awake, even though I really like Awake.
Okay.
I love My Flowers. I love the hook on My Flowers. And Shook, that's when she caught me, you know.
Man.
She actually shook me.
It got us shook.
And she gave me flashbacks of like Missy Elliott, which is just like, you know, she can own a style if she really wants to, and she can stay versatile if she really wants to.
So you're going for you said Awake and You Said.
Awake and You Said. Yeah.
Awake and You Said. That's what you're cutting. Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. What would you?
Wow.
What would you
I was gonna keep those 2.
Yeah. Well,
you
like,
know?
Crazy, right?
I was gonna keep those 2, and I was thinking, man, as much as I love this track, I would cut My Flowers.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's a really like solid intro, you know?
Right. Yeah.
I would cut that.
Look, I can't be mad about any of these because like all these tracks just like excelled anyway.
My Flowers and Grasshopper, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Would I cut it though? I don't know. Yeah. You know what? My Flowers and Grasshopper. Those would be the 2 that I would cut out if I had to.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we live in a world where we can listen and enjoy and live with. That's what I was trying to say. Live with all 8 of these beautiful tracks right here. Where we don't have to cut any out. We can just listen to these all day long.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend for everybody to go listen to this because even if you don't like one sound, you might like another one of her sounds. You know?
She does so much on this.
She does so much, and like we tried to cut 2 tracks, basically opposite tracks from each other. You know, because she's so versatile, it kind of makes it harder to choose.
There's
as well,
something
I guess.
on this album for everybody.
For everybody,
you
yeah.
know?
I think you should give it a try. You know, whether it's like you want like a hard beat going in on it, or you just want like
something light and smooth.
Some light, smooth, you know, something maybe to even give you like a positive mood or whatever, right?
She does it all.
She can do it all, yeah. So I'm gonna be excited to hear what she can do next.
Yes.
In the future, you know, because I hope that she can keep progressing and pushing herself as an artist.
But before that, I think it's also important that we take like a step back and re-listen to and listen to Volume 1 some more and all of her previous releases.
Yeah, who knows? You might end up hearing an album review about one of her old albums. You never know.
Maybe we'll get there in the next video.
Yeah, you never know. I wanna listen to new albums. I wanna listen to old albums. You know. Different genres, you know. I'm not exclusive to genres. You know, I like to be diverse, and then because hey, this is a definition of it because she's so diverse, and if we can get like an album that sounds like her first song, or an album that sounds like her fifth song, or an album that sounds like her last song, you know, they're all gonna be different albums, but you know.
I think no matter like what kind of album she makes next, what style of album she makes next, I think what we can expect from her next releases, again, no matter what style, no matter what concept of an album, as she showed on this, it's like it's good top quality, no matter what style she does. You know, she kills it. She brings it to the table every single time. So no matter what she releases next, she'll definitely. I think it'll be good to listen to. You know.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have high expectations from this point on, and I think she'll meet them.
Yeah, I think so too. She set the bar, and like you said, like she could go down a specific route, or whatever she does, you know, we're probably gonna have our ear to her too.
We are. That's the video. Shout out to TK. Shout out to Fantano. Shout out to Dan Farber. Shout out to all the producers. Shout out to O'Shea Brissett. Shout out to Mac Miller. Shout out to Vince Staples. Shout out to Travis Scott.
Wish you were here.
Wish you were here, Travis.
Yeah.
All right. That's the video.
Thank you.
Thank you. Peace. Again, you need to hear this album if you haven't heard it.
Hey, like Fantano's like. Zzz.
What was I gonna say? Here we go.
All right.
Here we go.
Hopefully that makes things easier.
There's the sun. Don't care about the music at all. You just like watching me and Marvin make fools of ourselves.
Yeah, maybe you're just here to see us like fail or succeed, you know?